Alright, all you video gamers, welcome to yet another Robo Demon Fighting Prototype Edition of the DJ Smokey's True Video Game Stories. And with a title like that, we decided to kick off this new year with the first video game story of this decade, only known as Tekken 2. And this game was a sequel to a game that we played the living bejesus out of, but unfortunately with a game like this, we never truly got a chance to dig into it due to the fact that we didn't have a memory card for it. Yeah, big reason why. But besides that reason for the season, folks, I think it's time for us to get ready, gear up, and prepare to get into a fight that we weren't prepared for, or were we, as we get ready to paint the picture. Alright, this video game story began approximately 22 years ago after my father decided to get me and my brother this game as a Christmas present. And immediately when we saw this game and saw all the familiar faces that we used to play with, we said, "Thanks, Dad," and then immediately jumped into trying to beat the living daylights flag tag out of each other in the game. But when we were playing the game, we recognized a couple of new faces along with the faces we remembered from the game. And one of the people who stand out the most, besides Hihachi, which I said to my dad, "Hey Dad, your TV is in the game, it's Hihachi." Besides that point, folks, you also had other characters in there like Lee, and also besides Law and Paul Phoenix, and a girl who was a Cherokee, which I keep forgetting what her name was, and even a character that I recognized but was under a new model name of Jack 2. And I was like, wait a minute, why in the world is his name Jack 2? I thought he was Jack. What happened to Jack? And as I sat there wondering what happened to Jack, later on in life, I would figure out he got upgraded, but as a little kid, I thought they took away the Jack character I knew and loved. So that would be the first character I would use to fight, while my brother used his classic character of Paul Phoenix, aka the arm breaker that always used to twist your arm out of place before knocking you down to the ground. And during this fight, folks, my brother would do that same arm twisting maneuver over and over again until I got sick and tired of it and said, "Hey, stop cheating," fell on him, and then tried to get back up and hammered my hands right into his skull, killing him instantly. And I said, "Whoa, so that's what they changed about him." Smash him like a pancake and then just finish the job afterwards. And after playing a couple of matches with my brother, whether he was Law or Hihachi or any of those other crazy characters, I would decide to go on and do the story mode of this game with Jack 2. And each of the new characters I would run into and just beat the daylights out of, I would learn more and more new moves with Jack. And one of the cool moves I learned with him, with the little miniature move list that I was able to find in the game cartridge, or in the game booklet that they have for it, would be a move called Living Hell. And if you're wondering what Living Hell is, folks, it's when Jack takes you by your neck, throws you up in the air as high as you can, saying, "Rip, row," and then you would fly straight in the air and just land on your head on the ground, which was absolutely hilarious. And one of the favorite moves that I did that to somebody was, I guess, Yoshimitsu, because he, who could fly in the air already, ticked me off when I lost to him 2 rounds and had to repeat that round again. And I said, "Oh, you like flying so much? Don't worry, you're about to get a real flight. Come here." Whoosh! In the air he went, dead in midair, and I decided to punch him after the fact before he could hit the ground, which really started to make me laugh. But all the fun and games would be over once I reached the final level of this game, where I would have to fight a person that went by the name of Devil. And it was somebody who was a familiar character in the game known as Kazuya, who would transform into this demon-like character, and I said, "Oh crap, now I gotta fight demons?" Man, this game has changed. And while I was fighting this guy, I had him beat. Just lefts, rights, the same, throwing people in the air, smashing him on the ground like if he was absolutely nothing. And then somewhere along the fight, folks, he said, you know what? I think I had enough getting the crap kicked out of me. I'm gonna do something about this. And would then decide to shoot laser beams out of his head. And I was like, wait a minute, that's not fair. He can shoot lasers. I'm a robot. I should be able to do the same thing. But nope, I couldn't shoot any lasers. And whenever I tried to run toward him, he would shoot those devil beams in my eyes. And I would crumble like a house of cards going, "Roar." I mean, my whole body would turn into gelatin. I would fall to the dirt. And I would just lie there on the ground. Just dead and disappointed. And this would keep happening over and over and over again until I got one lucky shot, was able to grab him, throw him in the air, slam him to the dirt, and kill him with his 2 lives, and unlock the end sequence of the game, and would be able to get a new character that went by the name of Prototype Jack. And I was like, Prototype Jack? Why in the world is he so skinny? Where in the world is all the beef on this guy? What happened? And when I played as him, when my brother came home after playing basketball, he would say that this is the cheapest character he's ever played against, because whenever Prototype Jack gets cornered, he could fly and jump in the air real high, going with a noise going ring, jump in the air, jump behind somebody, punch them in the face. He was faster, he was quicker, and I said, why didn't they use this model instead of the other one? But needless to say, I would figure out the reason why he was a prototype, because my brother, who got so ticked off, he decided to use law to try to fix me. And when I jumped behind his head, and I kid you not, folks, we were tied 1-1, low amount of health. I jumped in the air, jumped behind him to try to get the jump on him to kill him. He would do this Bruce Lee cross kick so hard to me that I swear I twisted in the wind like a piece of trash and fell to the ground going, and my brother would drop the controller and say, now fly on that. And to that day, folks, I would never use Prototype Jack again against my brother after he kicked the living daylights out of him. It really spoiled the experience. And with that said, folks, wraps it up for yet another Robo Demon Fighting Prototype Bruce Lee Kicking edition of the DJ Smokey's True Video Game Stories. And with that, we'll be back with more right after this. So don't go anywhere just yet, folks, and stay tuned.